Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Warren from the Rhapsody Piano Studio. Want to welcome you to today's lesson. We're going to be learning Moving Right Along. This is from the Muppets. So favorite songs from Jim Henson's Muppets. This is the book collection. If I find a single version of the sheet music, I'm going to go ahead and put links to that. So if you do want to pick up the sheet music, and you might have to pick up the whole book, but it's okay because if you understand what I'm showing you here, you can practice any song like this. Check out the sheet music in the cards. It's gonna be after the live stream is over. And once you understand the stuff I'm trying to teach you here, what is up, Awkward Circle? By the way, FM family, thanks for joining us today. So once you understand the things that I'm showing you in these lessons, and if you don't understand, watch multiple ones. Watch this one multiple times. You're gonna be able to use my video tutorial. Link is in the cards as well after the live stream is over, or the video description. Okay. All right. Last but not least, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe so you can catch all the videos that come out. You want to hit that notification bell too, so you can catch when I go live on these lessons, and you also keep up to date on my daily piano tutorials. That's right, daily piano tutorials. I release them every single day. Okay, this is moving right along from the Muppets. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to show you the simplest, most effective way to practice. All right, beginning. Let's do the first 4 measure introduction. Okay, now if we put that, I'm just going to do hands separate here. Sorry. So we get to here, just make sure you watch the finger cross. That is it. Yeah, Muppets is awesome. Wow, I really like this book a lot. All right, it's the right hand. Let's try it together. If you can, slow it down a little bit. 1, 2, ready, go. Alright, and then one thing to think about, I think is when you kind of practice this a little bit better, is you're practicing with a metronome. It's always a good idea. What do you want to keep the beat at? Because they're telling you to do 4 quarter notes for every 1 count, or like 2 for every 2 beats in every measure. So you want to feel this in 2 beats instead of 4, like 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're just thinking 1, 2, 3. So it kind of changes the beats, the impulse of it, I guess, like how you feel it. Okay. All right. That's enough. Here's the left hand. Okay. I don't know why this says 2. You should just use a thumb on there. Okay. All right. All right. And it's gonna go a bit faster when you take it in 2 as well. Not always the case, but this one for sure. All right, let's do it together. A little bit slower. Ready, go. All right, the back of both hands. Let's do that together. Ready, go. So basically, I'm gonna quickly break down the concepts I'm showing you here. I'm playing it for you first, and then we're actually not practicing right away. I'm just showing you the section we're working on because you want to listen to it, and when you actually don't work on it right away like that, you kind of give your brain some space to work it out. It is actually working it out, even though you feel like you're not doing anything. Okay. And then I'm giving you one section at a time. We call that small chunking, simplifying it, just one hand at a time. And a word about repetitions is that you don't need to do it like a million times in a row. Just get it good enough and then move on, because you can always come back and practice it again in the same session. So the idea of repetition is actually doing it again later in the session. You space it out, okay? All right, here's the next part. So that's kind of a bigger section. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can do like 4 measures at a time if you want. If you want to really split this up, because 8 measures might be too much for you at this point. Okay. So whatever I'm showing you here, I want you to just think of them as guidelines. Always be adapting it to your own individual learning style. VidCon, that's definitely like on the list. I I would love to go to VidCon one day. Alright, just to like be able to network with other YouTubers, are you kidding? Alright, here's the right hand. Ready, let me show you once. Let me do that again. Hey, what's up, Ezra Studios? Yes, this video will be online after this lesson is over. By the way, I don't really mention this in the live streams a lot, but if you guys haven't checked out the website, go ahead and check out the website because it's just everything is just more organized on there. Because it's kind of hard to find the video you're looking for on my YouTube channel. But if you go onto my website, especially you hit that music page, it's just everything is alphabetically ordered according to difficulty 2. Okay, so highly suggest you check out the website. All right, here's the right hand. Let's go. Ready, go. Okay, back to left hand. A simple pattern. I'll just keep a 1. They said 2 again, but use a 1. Office theme. I actually did find that, and it's just like view score usually is just like weird, some weird versions. But I actually did find a version online. I'm planning on recording it. I don't know when it's going to get up on the channel, but it's in the works. Okay. All right, let's just try it right. Left hand together. Now let me show you the simple pattern first. You break it down. Sometimes it's good to just play them as a chord, or just we just have 2 notes here. Okay, so just show you the pattern. It's a fourth going down, and then from F to 5th if you're into intervals. 4th here. Then we have major 3rd, yay. 7th. That's only if you can kind of read that harmony. It's not actually expected at this level. I mean, it's easy piano, so I wouldn't expect people to be able to analyze like this. Anyway, it's good to kind of know. Show you again. Okay, here we go. Just the left hand, ready, go. Alright, and then back to both hands, which, look, I'm showing you again, right? Like I was talking about before. I did both hands, we waited a little bit, we practiced hand separate. Now I'm showing you both hands again. So this idea of spacing out repetition also works with watching my tutorials. Like seriously, a lot of people like say, I can't figure out the video tutorial, because you're not supposed to be able to figure it out like perfectly in 1 second. So a lot of these tutorials, guess what? Some of my students, they've had to watch them repeatedly multiple times, possibly for like a couple weeks, okay? So, again, don't expect instant results. Alright, here's both hands. Yeah, such a nice song. Alright, let's do that together. Ready, go. I almost missed that. Alright, next part. Okay, so I actually kept on going there because I don't know if you noticed, but it's pretty much the same as that first verse. I'll point out the differences. Only difference here, we just have one single note instead of a 3rd here. Okay, so just have a C by itself, and then here is where it's a little bit different. So from here is where we're going to practice. There's another principle in practice that you should understand to save time. So if it's an exact repetition, I don't even do it again, okay? I mean, when you put it back together from the beginning, you're going to play it all regardless. So I don't really see the point in practicing something that you've already done. It's kind of pointless, okay? So let's take it from together, together. So this is the part we're going to practice. And then we're going to go back and put it all together. I'm going to show you how it works. All right, together, Okay, so if you just look at the right hand together, okay, moving right along. It's just this. Okay, it's like another good exercise too. Anyway, it's like my Hannon and my Cherry days are coming back. If you don't know what I'm talking about, be glad. All right, here's right hand. Let's do it together. Together on together, not two, but together. Ready, go. Okay, left hand now. Same thing here. This is the same too. And then, so actually, if you really want to take this whole skipping to another level, I would even skip this part in the right, left hand, and I would just practice from here where it says yellow cab. That's it. Because when you come back, you go back together, you're going to do both hands anyway, and then the left hand is already something you've done before, okay? Alright, here we go. Just the left hand from yellow cab, it. Ready, go. Okay, so it's kind of funny, but that's what practice is supposed to sound like, alright? Like sometimes the rule of thumb is if someone's listening to you practice and they can figure out what you're doing, usually you're not practicing correctly. Okay, back to together. I mean, we could take it from together, I guess, but I want to take it from together just because the timing's hard to pin down on that. Here we go. Ready, go. Okay, here we go. Let's try that together. Ready, go. Hey, Awkward Circle. Why don't you hit me up after the live stream's over because I want to focus on this lesson right now. And I just don't want to get distracted here. Okay. So I would love to do that for you. Just make sure you hit me up after. Okay. Now, you have two options at this point. You can take it back to opportunity. Okay. Or we can just take it all the way back to the beginning. All right. So, you know, if you're having a hard time going all the way back to the beginning, I would suggest starting from opportunity. Just not. Okay. But I'm going to show you from the very beginning. We're going to do these 2 pages now, hands separate. So I'll show you right hand, left hand, hands together, and then we're going to move on to the next part. All right, so just the right hand from the beginning. Do it if you can. And also remember, if you don't get it this first time, it's just give yourself multiple opportunities, like unlimited chances to try it again. If it doesn't work right now, it just means you're not ready for it, okay? So if you're not ready for it, this is really playing a waiting game. You just try it a little bit. And then if it doesn't work, do something else, practice something else that's a little bit easier if you want, or something that's more challenging. And then when you come back to this and try it again, you'll find you might actually even be able to do it better, okay? All right, here's the right hand from the beginning. Ready, go. Left hand, do it with me if you can. Ready, go. Okay, back to both hands. Ready, go. Okay, I got the next page here. And we'll stop right there. It's like I'm moving right along, okay? So we're just doing the right hand here. I got a weird page here. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's try that together. Right hand, ready, go. Okay, and then back to left hand. Yeah, whoever wrote this did a really good job. I mean, the arrangement is sometimes it's like you don't have to have a lot of notes to have a good arrangement, but this bass line is really interesting. Okay, left hand, ready, go. All right, back to both hands. Is that how it goes? Yeah, there we go. Okay, try it together. Ready, go. Alright, yeah, okay, we're almost done here actually. And just as a quick reminder, I want to ask you guys, just remind myself actually, if you guys are enjoying this video, if you feel like you've learned something today, please hit that like button. Lets me know I'm doing my job well and that you guys are understanding all the concepts that I'm doing in here. It's feedback for me would be wonderful. Helps me to become a better teacher, and I want to keep putting this free content out for you guys. It's something I really enjoy. Okay, and if you know anyone who likes Muppets, who plays piano, of course, I think you want to be a good friend and share this with them too, yeah? Okay, alright, thanks a lot. Let's keep it going. Next part, the next moving right along. Alright, so actually not that much difference. In my opinion, the only place you really need to practice it from is just that first ending. If you're taking a repeat, okay? So first ending. So isolate that, okay? And then just practice the second ending. Depending on which one you're going to take. Alright? So let me show you how to practice for both. Pretty simple, okay? We're just going to go back to we don't need a map. And will show you what it sounds like going back to the beginning with that repeat, and then what it sounds like for that last ending part, okay? Okay, try that with me if you like. Ready, go. Alright, and now with the second ending, if we're doing the second verse. So if you're doing that second ending, let's try that together. Ready, go. Oh, I played the wrong one. Let's do that again. Sorry, my bad. Ready, go. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back. Let me show you. With page turns like this, it's kind of weird, like how I'm trying to think about how to divide this. So I'm just going to play these last two pages here from where is that? Moving right along, the first. Okay, so I'll just give you these two pages, hands separate, hands together. I'm not going to take the repeat, so I will show you the first ending and the second ending. Right? Let me show you what I mean. So here is just the right hand from moving right along. Stop here because because if you're going to take the first part, okay, but if you take the second part, okay, alright, now we're going to do the left hand here. Same thing, if, depending on you're going to take the first part or the second part, I will pause if, in case you want to practice both, okay? So actually, what's cool about this, if you look at the just left hand here, the first ending is the same pattern in the left hand, so it really doesn't make that much difference. So what I'm saying is that you don't necessarily have to practice both endings religiously, okay? Here's the second ending, last part. Okay, now, so I'm going to go back. I'll show you first this section, how it sounds with the repeat, and then we'll go back to that line where it says we don't need a map, so that's with the repeat, and then you want to read the second one on the bottom if you're doing it at the end. Hey, I've never seen the sun come up in the west, and I'll show you that last ending, okay? So I'm going to go all the way to we don't need or hey, I've never. There's no measure number, so we got to go by words, okay? In other words, bottom of the third page. Here we go. Stop here, okay? Now, if you're taking the first ending, here's how it goes again. Okay, second ending, hey, I've never seen, okay? Okay, so quick recap here before you guys stop watching. Just really listen carefully. So going back, I just wanted to detail all the stuff that we practiced today. We're going by chunking, small parts at a time. And also don't forget to practice hands separate, all right? Other thing we talked about is you don't have to repeat it like a million times. You could just try it once, or even you could even just try it one time, like one repetition, and then just have it simmering, like kind of processing in the background of your brain, because that's what is actually happening. And when you're practicing on another section, that one is actually improving, believe it or not. I don't want to go into the science of it because there's like a whole book that can detail this, and I can give you like an hour's worth of information, okay? But you don't have to do it that many times. Yeah, and then also like studying and watching this stuff, if you understand the principles here, that's what it's all about. A reason why my tutorials are different is I don't show like the synesthesia or whatever, or the letter numbers. It's because you don't learn anything from that. Alright, I wish they did the tutorials like this lesson here, which is also why I call it a piano lesson, because I don't want to categorize it as the same. Alright, so what I'm showing you here is the basic roadmap to anything to practice, any level really, okay? And if you want to see demonstrations of that, of course you can, go onto my website and you can see that I have lessons at different levels. So if you want to see what it's like at the intermediate level, go ahead and do that, or advanced. It's pretty much the same thing. You just have to kind of keep in mind the difficulty of the repertoire you're working on, okay? Anyways, that's it for today, guys. If you haven't liked this video, and if you want to like it, here's your last chance. And of course, subscribe if you haven't done so. I hope to see you guys next time. Thanks so much for watching this video. I really appreciate you taking the time to do this. And I will see you guys for the next lesson. Happy practicing.